2015 marked the third iteration of CoCre8, an innovative platform developed to explore new models of urban arts education. Artists, educators, and administrators from the Smart Museum, Urban Gateways, and the University of Chicago's Arts and Public Life Initiative and Logan Center for the Arts teamed up with students and teachers from Southside high schools, experimenting collaboratively with pedagogical practices and shared meaning-making experiences, working together on an equal footing as learners, thinkers, and creators.
This is my third year doing CoCre8. So it started 3 years ago, and I was one of the people that was in that first group.
I do performing arts, but doing this is also exciting.
I draw like pictures of like clothes and stuff. Like I try to make my own clothing line and shoes.
I usually just draw like sketch or color.
So I like to paint because it like helps me think.
As in previous years, the program first convened at the Smart Museum for immersive sessions in art and culture.
We use a technique that we employ here at the museum called artful thinking, which is essentially just a series of questions that we ask of the artwork to produce ideas and questions.
What if this was their last night together?
What if this painting didn't have an Afrocentric vibe to it?
What if I saw this painting on a training platform and not in a museum?
Participants were encouraged to relate to artworks based on their own experiences and points of view.
So what you're going to do is go through the artful thinking, why, what if we process with your work of art, and then really kind of start thinking through some of those what if we's to result in a final product.
Ultimately, they organized themselves into creative teams based on affinity for specific works.
What if every dot was intentional?
What if this was an image of something microscopic?
Why isn't he looking at her?
Why is she barefoot?
Why is there a hole in the sky?
I thought that was bird.
What's evil to somebody may not be evil to another person. Like some people consider dark-skinned people evil, some people consider lighter-skinned people evil, so what's actually evil?
She was also a woman, and women are often portrayed as lesser.
Each team reflected the sensibilities and personalities of the individuals that comprised it.
I like the idea of a big sculpture because there's like 8 of us, 9 of us. We could fill a tank with water and put rocks in it too.
And as the weeks progressed, artistic exploration became the primary bond contributing to team cohesion.
We switched the perspectives, so it's in the demon's perspective instead of the warrior.
We want to have some community involvement and I guess kind of make a play on good and evil.
I think it'd kind of be cool if you guys go for like, you know how grandmothers have more of a wise word.
And we want to do a sculptural piece that's about like place and landscapes and involves a large tank of water and rocks that we make somehow and food coloring.
Does it feel feasible in the time that you think you'll have to do it?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
Okay.
Great.
Programmatically, sessions ended with group reflections, so the learning process could be monitored, quantified, and if need be, modified.
Like, what could we have done to make it easier for us to discuss and ask questions about artwork?
Adults and youth were sharing ideas and experiences freely between one another.
We discussed and asked questions about artwork without being public.
One of the modifications from previous years occurred when CoCre8 moved to the Arts Incubator at Washington Park for the final phase of the program. A week-long intensive period of art making.
This year, I'm really liking the 1 week intensive that we're doing because we're all coming in very focused as opposed to when we had several days off in between.
The projects engaged a range of expressive forms, from painting and sculpture and photography to music, writing, and performance.
So getting more time to just getting to know people, I especially think with youth who take longer to kind of open up and to feel like they have an authoritative voice on the matter.
We have a whole lot of people with different ideas, and it's kind of hard to make one project with a whole bunch of ideas, but we came together and made a good project.
We got like good chemistry and stuff like that, and we can make connections.
At the end of the week came the culminating event. Family and friends, colleagues, and arts professionals were invited to experience the products of the term. A series of sculptures exploring public and private identities and personas.
It represents women, and this is like kind of what society wants us to look like, or what women wants to look like, and then this side is the reality.
So if you can come down here, and we've each kind of created these rocks.
A temporary pond for reflection.
Our project is it's very much about feeling at peace and calm.
A multimedia performative exploration of personal demons, regret, and catharsis.
We're asking not just ourselves but other people to examine the demons that they feel that they are struggling with, and how they can be good and also how they can be bad.
And a cross-generational look at women's struggles and triumphs as reflected in the experiences of the women in their lives.
I am the mind and body of a black woman in motion.
Just as the students' artistic skills improve, expanding what each can bring to the collaborative process, CoCre8 itself improves, continuing to be a successful, immersive educational experience.
Well, I never thought that you can relate to somebody through art until I got here, so CoCre8 really, opened my head up to different things.
I get to meet these type of people. They so funny and cool, and I get to make art, and I like art.
This is more so a wild, like, exponential growth of the mind.
It's very different. It's like a step up.
Be yourself. You're beautiful no matter what, so that's it.
CoCre8, collaborating in pedagogical practices, shared meaning-making activities, and personal and artistic growth.